Pastor Timothy Omotoso is back then in the Port Elizabeth High Court, and that's to apply for leave to appeal the ruling then that was set down by Judge Phillip Zilwa, who refused him bail. Now, that was Omotoso's third bid for bail since his arrest, which happened around 3 years ago. Judge Zilwa, of course, ruled that Omotoso's status as a flight risk indeed worsened since he is declared prohibited immigrant, and that the possibility that he indeed will interfere with witnesses cannot be ignored. Now, SABC News reporter Veronica Fourie has attended the 3-week bail hearing and is back in the courtroom this afternoon. Let's cross to her now. Veronica, thank you so much for the time. It's another bid to appeal another bail hearing. At some point, we kind of have to get to the actual court case at hand here. What is the supposition then from Omotoso's team that they could get away with a bail hearing on this one?
Good afternoon. Yes, his legal team actually brought this bail application for the third time, as you said. He had his first bail application, and then after the second bail application, they also appealed that outcome when it was denied. It actually went to the appeal court, and it was denied there as well. So now, after the third bail application, there's another appeal. It is interesting that the legal team said that they are actually going to appeal against it, specifically on the basis of the fact that they feel that the numerous delays in this case was unjustifiable. The judge then said, Judge Zilwa said that it is not for him having the bail hearing in front of him to decide on this. He says the matter is to be decided by the judge who's actually handling the main case. So that is the basis for the appeal for the bail. So today that is going to be heard. We hope that it'll be done today, because tomorrow the latest date was set for the main hearing to start.
In getting to that main hearing, would this in itself not delay proceedings a little bit further to get to the main hearing, as you said, which kicks off tomorrow? Would this not just delay that even further, because then they can ask for perhaps some time to get themselves ready for the court case?
Yes, the court actually adjourned on Thursday so that the legal team could prepare for this afternoon for the leave to appeal. So they indicated that it will only take about 2 hours. But it is yet to be seen, as you've known this case to have several delays, and they all come as a surprise. We can never predict it. So if it has to run over to tomorrow, then of course the main case will have to be postponed again. So we will have to see what happens now. Also, Omotoso would not have to be in court today, because it's only arguments between the legal team and the judge.
Omotoso's followers, have any of them been in and around the courtroom? Have they said anything at present in and around the courthouse?
Well, they were here in numbers on Thursday as they expected him to get bail, but of course it wasn't that easy. And this morning there's only about 5 of them around here. It is cold and wet and windy in Port Elizabeth, so at the moment there's still no one around except only for this handful of people. But on Thursday, after the bail was denied by Judge Zilwa, I asked his wife for comment, and she was very abrupt and said no comment. So they are not very happy with the media right from the start in any way, but of course we have to ask them if they want to comment. So there are only few people allowed in court because of the COVID situation. We have to sit 1.5 meter apart, and that's also a big point of disappointment for the supporters, because they used to sit side by side in the court.
All right, very finally, Veronica, so what time is the bail hearing set to start then today, or the leave to appeal that bail hearing judgment?
That's right, it's set to start at 2:15, which is after the normal court lunchtime.
Fantastic. Veronica Fourie, thank you so much for the time. Appreciate it. Out in Port Elizabeth there at the Port Elizabeth High Court then, where Pastor Timothy Omotoso is applying for leave to appeal the ruling by Judge Phillip Zilwa, where he was refused bail then, of course. Many counts indeed then being put forward against Pastor Timothy Omotoso, as well as his two co-accused as well in a similar case. We'll get that for you as it proceeds then as well.